Yo, just wanted to record a little video. I was doing some maps before I got my dishes done because all my workers were out of gold. I knew they would be because I only farmed enough to get them working like 6-7 hours last night. So I popped on quick, farm my gold. But I just want to make a quick little update video, talk about the league mechanic, give you guys some tips, what currency I farm, how the build's going, and all that. So, for all you other auto-zerkers, there'll be some extra tips at the end just for you specifically. But as for how the build's going, it's been a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, man. Slams running through the campaign was totally free. You just thunder all the way through, pop a war cry, you do crazy damage, right? Like dude, everything was just like getting 1 or 2 shot. I'm just running around and dude, I'm just slamming and it was heaven. Okay, it was great. Going through the Atlas, totally fine. Up to red maps, like no problems. A little bit squishy, but that's kind of just like how I built it, just to get a little bit faster. Just running around doing ground slam. I mean, I'm Earth Shatter now. I'll talk about that, why exactly I did that, but it's been going great. And I actually had a lot of fun playing slams. I'm so glad. The auto-zerking playstyle. Ooh, I love it. Can't wait to make some more upgrades. I'm like planning my whole build out today. I was like, oh, I'm going to get this. I'm going to get an Echo's Creation today. I'm going to 6-link the axe or maybe recombinate a new one. We'll talk about that too. But yeah, I got some pretty decent slots. I got this. I need to re-roll this. This is just like, I used it because it had the 8 PDR and kept my res, and I had the implicits on it. Right, fizz shift, all that, but got a nice big axe. This was a pretty decent pickup. I just like bought this from some dude on day 1 for 130 chaos. That's kind of crazy. That is actually kind of crazy. But I gotta upgrade this. I really don't like the Karui chopper base. It's too slow. Even though I have T2 attack speed, it's like, dude, it's real, it's bad. Okay, I'd like a better base just for extra attack speed, right? My leaf slams, my ground slams, especially when I'm getting to the point of the build where I'm gonna have so much damage anyways. I'd rather get my clear speed up. But the build's been going fantastic. Been farming it up, just enjoying, not having to do so many buttons. Just pressing Enduring Cry. I even just added that yesterday. Pressing Enduring Cry, Seismic Cry, and then just pop Berserk. Vulnerability is going to get automated eventually as soon as I get this 6-linked, which probably today because, I actually got the currency for it now after farming all them essences. But let's talk about the league mechanic. Because the build's going great, obviously. I think everybody who's playing slams is enjoying slams. Yeah, I mean, if you're not enjoying the Zerker kind of play style, you can always swap to Juggernaut. And if you want a little bit more damage and speed, you can always swap to Zerker, right? It's an Ascendancy respec, and not too much else changes with the build. It's all going to be the same kind of generic points. You get Warcry, you get life, you get axe nodes, you get your max res, you get, right? Like, it's all kind of the same. A quick little Jug versus Zerker, I guess, for those who care. Zerker gives attack speed and damage. Juggernaut doesn't die. It's simple as that. So if you're wanted damage and attack speed and you're a Juggernaut, swap to Zerker. If you wanted to not die more, swap to Jug. Just understand what you're giving up, which is attack speed and damage or dying a little bit more. All right, league mechanic thoughts. League mechanics. I love the league mechanic. Okay, this is really cool. I love this stuff. I haven't upgraded my people too much because I was farming essences in white maps yesterday, but I love this stuff. I love getting like all my ore. I love like stacking bars, getting thaumaturgic dust and all of this. As for like cute little tips, I mean, I can't just like sit here and like circle jerk the league mechanic, right? My stuff is like getting pretty high, right? Rank 10 smelting, 7 farming. I kind of got stalled yesterday because I was doing essences and I wasn't getting too much gold anymore. But red maps give like 5k plus depending on the red map, which is really nice. And it feels like anytime I need a little bit of gold, like this morning, I just popped in, did I think 2 random red maps, and I've got enough gold to keep it running for 2 hours. So I can do my dishes, get my breakfast, and not have to worry about anything. This is really cool though. So for shipping, for your shipments, here's a cute little tip that I learned. For the shipments, you want to do food. But more importantly, you want to fill out whatever their happiness meter is, right? But the food gives currency. So they're going to say, like, I don't want to check my shipment. I'm going to wait until the stream starts. I just, like, I feel like I'm going to scam them. So I'm not going to check the shipment now. But you give whatever they want, right? You give whatever they want, and then you give food, because food gives currency. You give, I think it is, there's a Reddit post about this. I'll link down below. But you give
Oh, the
a
smell
certain
of
amount
the
of
sea
dust. It's like
salt on the wind.
500 dust, I believe it is. And that'll give you some multiplier, right? And the more dust you give, the huge diminishing returns are received in return. So you really just do, I think it's like 50 to 500. It's like 2 to 2.5. And then what hitting 3 becomes like some large number of thousands of dust, right? So it doesn't really take much. It might even be 50 dust. It might even be as low as that. It just a little bit, and you get a huge multiplier on that. So you do the dust every time, right? Without fail. And then you should also only do bars. Only do bars. The bars are worth 4 times as much for like the happiness, like thank you for giving the supplies we want thing. They're worth 4 times as much. Um, and it only takes 1 ore to make 1 bar, right? Um, yeah, it's just like it's free, right? You should never do ores, and now I feel stupid because I gave ores before, but the bars are just 4 times more, and it's a 1-to-1, so it's not like you're losing anything. So it sucks, you know. The smelters, get your smelting up, because I have such a surplus of ore. It is insane. I have so many ores. My smelters are so far behind, but I have so many bars, so whatever. You know, croppers are doing good and all that. But it seems like the limiting resource for all of this is gold. 40k gold to upgrade to rank 11. 12,000 gold here, right? Like all I'm missing to get more upgrading and all this, 33 gold for my farming. It's always gold. And so that's my focus today, is going to be farming gold. And another great way to waste gold is on these white map farmers. Okay, this stuff sucks. Do not get baited. You should probably do this last, unless you're going to try to be that lucky Redditor that gets a mirror. Okay, check this out. Okay, 2 people died. These are level 5. They're level 5 mappers, okay? I spent thousands of gold on these. Okay, I will reveal this because I know it's going to be nothing. All right, we get boom, boom for like a few thousand gold. I'm just going to give this to Rock to disenchant. Boom, we got that, and wow, that was great. Okay, that was literally probably 8,000 gold right there. Not worth it. I'd rather have that for the auction house. I'd rather have that to upgrade my recombinator or whatever. And speaking of recombinating, it seems like, according to some testing, standard, some anecdotal evidence from other Redditor comments, recombinating has been changed, and you cannot carry over mods that can't be found onto others. So you can't carry global defense on a grass female on to another base. And it seems like you also cannot carry a essence mod onto an item that has an essence mod on it as well. So they're a little bit more strict. I should say not a little, really a lot more strict with the recombinators. Also, the chances are much lower at carrying over high tier mods until this becomes a much higher tier rank. And it kind of makes sense that you don't get the full power of recombinators for, you know, like 2,000 gold or something. Like, it kind of makes sense. It kind of sucks, but, you know, it is what it is. As long as when we upgrade this, it gets a lot better. Maybe, you know, a fraction of that old power would be nice. But just keep in mind, recombinating, it's going to be a little bit rough unless you're doing some really basic stuff on the low levels. So, you know, you're going to need that gold, which means you're going to need to run them red maps. And yeah, skip the map device. I think that about covers all this. Yeah, just make sure you're like hiring the right people. You got to fire them, right? Kick them out. They don't level up. You just kick them out, kill them or something, and get the new people. And that about covers most of it. The shipments. Oh, another thing. A lot of people are sleeping on it. The shipments. They're like, currency. I didn't get a divine. Bars gives gear. It kind of sucks. Oh, the gear might actually disenchant for extra dust. I noticed that, and some of my chatters did too, that it was giving like much more dust from ROG, but it might just be because the gear was like a little bit more well rolled, and it totally could just be that. But you know, either way, you know, you get gear, just like put it in there. It's an easy way to not have rares on your filter that you pick up anymore, and you just like feed over to ROG. You just turn your bars into it, because what else are you gonna do with them? But let's go on to how the essence farm went. Because League Mechanics sick, you know, what else is there to say? We got a little bit more to learn with. Oh, no, the shipments. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. The runes. Okay, you should do shipment for runes. We're still a little bit questioning where the runes specifically come from. If certain ports give certain runes, it seems like that way for some, but we're going to need so much more ship upgrades and, you know, so much more time into it to see where the runes exactly come from. But that is an important thing too, right? It's not just currency, not just gear. You also want to get those runes because the runes are really valuable and they unlock some really powerful enchants. So that's something to keep in mind as well. All right, so essence farming, pretty much impossible in red maps without like some nutty gear. And I say that because I was running Crystal Resonance, but even without Crystal Resonance, man, like I don't know if it's the toughness changes or if I forgot how crazy essences are, but like I'm running around. I did my Maven, I did my Uber Elder last night. You know, I died. You know, the Maven was rough because I was tilted, but Uber Elder, I died once. I just like ate some random thing, like whatever. Um, but like, man, dude, these essences are just like brutal. Like they have more HP than whatever boss. They have more damage than like it's so nuts. If you take the remnant of corruptions out, they get a lot easier. But even then in red maps, it was whatever. So I just did them in yellow maps, blasted, and made some currency, which is nice. I still have some stuff to sell, some essences to flip over. But it's so easy now to farm a bunch of essences. You can just buy the scarabs on the marketplace, sell them on the marketplace, and all your random ones you can upgrade and flip with the harvest bench. You just instant buy some blue juice, flip your essences over. These were crazy money. I thought they would have crashed so much faster than they did. But you had things like Deafening Wraths selling for like 8 chaos each. Deafening Contempt still 5 or 6 C each. Deafening Greed 3.5. Like some of these Shrieking Hatred, you know, 2 to 3. That's pretty baller, man. This is some good money. Whoopsies. This is some really good money for not really requiring much at all. Especially with this on the map device. If you can't even buy the scarabs, you've just got essence for 6 chaos. And you get a bunch of them. It's pretty nice, dude. Look at this right here. 6 chaos for 4 essences in your map. It's just free money. So that's an easy way to get some currency in yellow maps if you can handle them. You do still kind of need a powerful build, even for the yellow map ones. Even in like normal or blue maps, some of them can still get really rough if you're doing, and what I was doing, which also made them really rough, was I was using the 4 scarabs of essence, right? You just like add them in there, and then I was doing ascents. I had to buy these individually, but it was really worth it. You buy the ascent and then it upgrades the tier. And so the map boss I was doing had like, you know, 7 deafening and a few shrieking essences in it. Because every map I had was like 10 or 11 essences in the map. But that was good currency, man. But it sucks I missed out on all that gold. That is a downside. And that is why today I plan on doing an ambush plus blue juice farm. It's going to be this one right here. I got this off of Milkys sheet. Go check him out. Milky BK, PUE. He's got this Google sheet with a bunch of links and whatnot. But this seems a lot of fun. Blue juice sells for pretty good, and I need to farm some to be able to do my maps. And you just get boxes. You're just going to add boxes. You just go in there. You're going to farm some gold, farm some of this. I might add like some extra map boss chance, just so I can go ahead and you know, farm some extra whatever. But I don't know, guardians are worth, you know, kind of stinky, so I probably won't do that actually. But yeah, you just farm blue altars. It's gonna be pretty free. Whatever I get, I should be able to sell easily in the auction house. You know, you block some stuff, you get some scarabs, you block other things. I'll get some T17 maps. I'll do some of those. And the plan today, for me at least, is to get Echoes of Creation. Uber Shaper right now costs about 100 chaos to run, and Echoes sells for 4 div. So that's pretty good. You know, that's pretty good. It's a 50% drop. So, you know, for really just like make the money back pretty easy. If you get the Tides of Time belt, you get 6 div. So I'll probably do some upgrades, and maybe we'll have our hand like doing a couple of those to get the helmet. Uber Shaper's not too difficult, or I'll just buy it. I don't know. Uber Shaper, he might pen me. But, you know, I got decent all-res. I'm going to get more later, too. I don't even think no, I do have it on the tree. Oh, and there's jewels. We can get so many jewels. Guys, dude, there's so many ways to get so tanky so easily right now. It's so nice. I think I bought one last night. Did I put it in? Where did I put that? I had a jewel that I got. Did I just not even equip it? It might just be in my tab. I bought one. You can get them. Oh, right here. +2 max fire res, +1 max lightning. That's so crazy. I might just get like a couple of these. Like I'm over it, dude. I'll miss out on a little bit of damage, a little bit of life to cap my max res out. Like that is so cool. I still can get 1 to 2 on this body armor once this is all finished. Get some on my boots. My helmet's gonna get swapped. I think I could get one on my glove too. We'll see on that though. I might just want the exerted attack damage and attack speed, depending on which one is there. But yeah, so many upgrades, so much exciting stuff to look forward to. Okay, but now we've got some problems to fix with the build. A lot of the people leveling slams might have noticed they cost a lot of mana. It's not too hard to fix that. This is for the Auto-Exercers section of the video. It's not too hard to fix mana. What I did was I picked this right here while I was leveling. Gives attack speed leech, and then you take the 100% recovery mastery, and then you can kind of just life tap your main attack skill, like even in Act 2, Act 3. And that made it just absolutely free, right? No more worry. All you have to do is press your mana flask for your leap slam. And if you want, I took this to reduced attack, this thing, and then the 10 damage, the 10 reduced mana cost. And then you could take the life mastery for another skills cost 15%. And so if you do this, like this pretty much covers it if your main skill is life tapped. And I pretty much kept that on life tap until I got Elrion minus mana jewelry. And once you have that, all you need is the reservation, this, and you should be pretty good. I have reduced cost on my helmet, but I have 90 mana. It just makes it more comfortable, and I hit this, just like rolling random ones. I wouldn't even keep that in the end anyways, and it's not built with this in mind. But yeah, man, it's pretty easy to solve mana. I was surprised. You just keep like a little mana flask on you if you're uncomfortable, but it really is just mainly life tapping it until you get Elrion jewelry. And it's simple as that. As for survival, the survival is not so bad as long as you're not doing essences. It gets really bad if you're trying to farm essences. But as soon as you get like Fizz Shift implicit on your helmet, Fizz Shift on your body armor with some physical damage reduction, you get some armor pieces and the minimum power Warcry plus Warning Call, which gives you armor per Warcry recently. And then your Warcries are popping all the time. I'm getting like Seismic Cry, so I get more armor from that too. So like flasks up, I'm Warcrying. I would Warcry more in another zone, but it's like 30k. It'll be more like with my auto exerts popping off and all of that, because I can't press these fast enough. And thank God they don't pop in your hideout anymore, spamming your eardrums. But it's pretty comfy, with some Fizz Shift, with whatever else. I'll get it a little bit more comfy, but for now it's pretty good until I get like the higher Giga tier armor bases and all of that. As far as for Earth Shatter, Ground Slam, and all of that, honestly, I'm probably going back to Ground Slam today, just because I'm farming Jungle Valley, and I don't need to try to kill essences really quickly before they kill me. It's really annoying. So I needed the single target. Right, it's a huge cone, right? It's really hard to beat this while you're mapping, especially with Seismic Cry AoE. Really hard to beat that much coverage. But the thing is, with Earth Shatter, you do a couple attacks, and when you Warcry, the spikes explode. You can kind of see the circle there. And so this is very nice for setting up a bunch of damage. And with your auto Warcries also popping them, you can do a little bit of manual here with your Enduring and whatever. While they're on cooldown, your auto cries will pop off. So let's just like show that in like Blood Aqueduct or something. But it really is just like Ground Slam for... See, we got my auto Warcry. And one more thing you'll do, I forgot to mention, is General Cry, because it has a lower cooldown. You'll use this instead of like Battle Mage Cry until you get the 6 link, and then you probably use it instead of Infernal Cry once you have like the link set up here. But yeah, General Cry has a lower cooldown, so it just pops the spikes faster. That's literally all it does. Otherwise, you can pop them manually with your Seismic, pop them manually with your Enduring. It just does more single target damage. I really only did that for Essences, for Uber Elder, and for Maven. If you're just farming, it is probably just going to be so much more comfortable. Just do this, and you don't have to pop anything, right? You just pop your Seismic, boom, and it's big. It's pretty simple, pretty easy. And, you know, it doesn't need much thought. I know some people like to stick Sunder. You could totally do that. Just any slam skill, as long as you're exerting it, you know, it's a pretty decent base core setup here. So you just, you know, whatever you want to play, man. I just recommend ground slam and then swapping General Cry out, right? Or Earth Shatter, swapping General Cry into pop the spikes. It's pretty easy. It doesn't have to be too uncomfortable. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the live stream. Gearing out echoes, maybe do some Uber bosses, definitely clicking boxes, and no longer dying to shrines and getting some gold. Anyways, like sub. I'll see you guys later. Bye.